Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Now that you're here, we can talk about a wild card character that has been lurking in the background since the beginning. Uraume, the Frozen Star. Known for being Sukuna's right-hand man, but not seen as much of a threat on her own. Many people assumed Hikari would defeat her casually, and needless to say, that was not the case. Let's get into the reasons that Uraume deserves more respect than the community has given her so far. Just being a trusted and valued ally of Sukuna alone is a massive statement of her power and utility, as Sukuna would never bother to leave someone alive if they weren't interesting or valuable, let alone make them his primary companion. The only other character who we see Sukuna treat in high esteem is Kenjaku, who is one of the greatest sorcerers of all time and taught Sukuna how to essentially become immortal via the fingers. Speaking of immortality, strangely, Uraume appears far before the seal on the incarnated sorcerers was broken. This could simply be explained by her having her own special agreement with Kenjaku to incarnate early, but seeing as how she served no specific function in Kenjaku's plan, it's also possible that Uraume has survived from the Heian era till the modern day by freezing herself or utilizing other esoteric methods. She is shown to be able to teach Kenjaku things about Jujutsu as she explains the concept of a bath and shows him that she can distill curses into a pure form and literally bathe objects or people in them to create curse tools or alter their forms. This shows us that Uraume's knowledge of Jujutsu is easily within the top tiers of the verse. Her practical application clearly matches her esoteric knowledge of sorcery. We first see this on full display when she appears in Shibuya and immediately incapacitates all of the sorcerers in the area, including most of the Kyoto branch students, Choso, Panda, and Kusakabe, who had just parried a point-blank Uzumaki and is considered to be the strongest grade 1 sorcerer. Kusakabe witnesses her reverse curse technique and immediately recognizes her as on a whole new level and gives up on fighting, even after being freed from the ice. She then uses her technique to create a jagged ice ceiling to kill everyone, which is implied to have worked if not for special grade Yuki Tsukumo, who intervened and put an end to the fight. It's possible that Kenjaku and Uraume would have been able to defeat her if Uraume hadn't been poisoned. Even considering Yuki's intervention, Choso would have died if it wasn't for Uraume holding back against Yuji out of love for Sukuna, which he has consistently done throughout the manga, even after Sukuna and Yuji are separated. Later on, she was able to survive a full power blue-infused punch from an enraged, newly unsealed Gojo with minimal lasting damage and no injuries. This is quite impressive when considering that Yuta and Hikari immediately fold and vomit when being hit by Gojo's blue punches, and it is quite likely that Gojo was trying harder to injure his mortal enemies than he did against his own students. This cements her durability at a level on par with the low to mid special grade level sorcerers like Yuta and Hikari, and we see that her speed and ability to conceal her presence is even greater when she catches Sukuna and Maki off guard during their battle and one-shots her before she can react. This is after Maki reaches the level of Toji and gains the ability to completely evade a curse that speeds around at 3 times the speed of sound and can sense what others will do by even the most minute changes in the atmosphere. So it's highly unlikely that Uraume would be able to catch her off guard without both being extremely skilled and fast. Uraume's single attack completely traps Maki and she isn't freed until after the scene is over. This implies that she couldn't break out on her own and needed Yuji to help her due to Uraume going easy on him. This scene scales Uraume's curse technique to be capable of defeating characters like Maki, who is equal to Toji, thus placing her above every single curse spirit in the story except possibly Jogo. Uraume's extremely powerful technique has been consistently shown to defeat characters who have greater combat stats than her. An interesting example of this is when Gojo begins the battle against Sukuna with a special amped 200% hollow purple. The target of this attack, of course, was Sukuna. However, Uraume was standing directly beside him at the time the attack hit, and when we see her later, she took no damage from the attack at all. This implies that Uraume was able to block the damage with her technique, or that she was fast enough to dodge it outright. It is possible that Sukuna tried to protect her, but we see the building they were on is completely collapsed. So we know that Sukuna failed to contain the blast, and as far as we know, neither of them have the ability to teleport out of harm's way. This immense level of speed or power is later further expanded on when she was able to intercept Kashimo's advance on Sukuna, despite Kashimo being one of the fastest characters in the verse. And again, later on, when she was able to fight Hikari for 20 chapters straight as of the creation of this video. Fighting Hikari for this long without any evidence of injury or exhaustion places her just beneath the strongest special grades, and this is even more amazing when you consider that she is yet to activate a domain expansion, maximum technique, or a curse technique reversal on panel. In conclusion, Uraume lives up to both her title as the Frozen Star and her position as the right hand of Sukuna, and ranks as one of the strongest sorcerers that Jujutsu Kaisen has to offer, and I expect that we'll be seeing a lot more from her in the near future. Thanks for watching. I hope you tell me what you think about Uraume in the comments, and tell me where you agree or disagree with me. And if you like the video, I'd appreciate you taking a look at some of my older stuff. Either way, I hope you stay safe and take it easy.